Yogis, welcome. My name is Christina. Today I will be leading you through a series of poses to work into the chest and shoulders and hips. For your practice, all you'll need is a mat and something cozy. So with that being said, let's get started. We will start in a nice comfortable seat. So just start to ground in through both tailbones, sit up nice and tall, let the shoulders relax down the back. You can close the eyes here. Let's take a nice deep inhale, breathe into the sides of your body, expand into the top of the chest. Open mouth, exhale. Settle in. Begin to seal the lips and let the breath travel in through the nose and out through the nose. With each inhale, expanding into the belly. And with each exhale, compressing, emptying out all the air. Take a few more breaths here, just settling in, noticing where you might feel any tightness, any restrictions in the body. And using the breath to soften. Begin to bring the hands to heart center, press into the fingers, bow chin to chest. Take a few nice deep breaths here, just honoring and setting an intention for your practice. Beautiful, and as you feel good, let's start to open the eyes. We'll reach the arms to the sky, gather all that energy up. And exhale, we're going to twist it out to the right. So start to twist over to the right. Lengthen out the crown of the head. And on your exhale, look over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, we'll draw through center. Good. Let's circle out the wrists. And then we'll twist it out to the left. Growing nice and tall. And from there, finding that twist, look over the left shoulder. On our inhale, we'll draw through center once again. Circle out the wrist, bring energy into the fingers. Good, and exhale. Let's start to draw the right elbow to the side body. Good, and then we'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Hand will just rest on top of the head here. Take a few breaths, breathing into that right side of your neck. Down into the shoulder. Sitting nice and tall, stay with it. On your inhale, let's reach through center. And we'll bring the left arm to the side body. And then drop right ear to right shoulder. Nice and tall in the spine. Breathe through that left side. Inhale, let's reach high one more time. Lift in the chest, nice long belly. And then then let's start to drop the fingers to the back. Fingers will face forward. Plant through the feet. We're gonna do a reverse tabletop. So as you press into the hands, press into the feet, we'll lift into the hips. Finding our pose here. Head is in line with the spine. Continue to press out the feet, lifting into the hips. Nice and active here. A few more breaths. Continue to feel the fronts of the biceps open up. One more breath here. Nice deep inhale. Breathe into the heart space. Exhale, gently lower back down to the earth. Good. Let's take some windshield wipers here. Just warming up the hip sockets. Stay lifted in your chest always. And as you feel good, let's meet in a tabletop. So just rolling over, take any little movements here. And as you're ready, we'll start to send the knees wide, toes tongue together, and hips go to the back, sinking towards the heels, finding a child's pose. So as your hips sink back, start to stretch the arms forward, nice long belly, and the third eye will rest to the floor. Breathe into the chest. And if you have the flexibility for this, we're going to start to bend into the elbows and just bring the hands to the shoulders. Coming into more of a chest stretch here. Nice deep inhale. And just coming back through child's pose. Stretch your arms nice and long. And we'll meet through tabletop once again. Let's start to tuck the toes under and we'll send the right arm high. Good, just taking a little twist here. And exhale, we'll thread the needle down, palm will face up, right ear falls to the floor. Taking a threaded needle. Option for this left arm, you can just plant the hand on the floor and twist up. Or you can start to swivel the arm to the low back. Another option is to press the palm into the sacrum, opening up into the shoulder. Take a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, start to plant through that left hand. Extend out the right side once again. And then we'll plant through the right. Open up, peeling through that left side. Stack shoulders over top of each other. And exhale, we'll start to thread the needle, palm faces up. Left ear starts to plant to the floor. And once again, just taking whatever arm variation is best for you. And just making sure that we're keeping even distribution of weight through the knees here. Try not to sink into one side. Take one more breath here. We'll start to plant through that right hand. Peel open once again through the left side. Beautiful, coming through tabletop, tuck the toes under, and we'll send the hips high, downward facing dog. Starting to extend through the backs of the legs. Walk it out, press one heel to the floor, and then the next. Really nice. And then we'll find a static down dog. So just pressing into the hands, chest is coming forward, gaze is to the back of the room. Beautiful. On your inhale, let's start to look to the front of our mat and then step all the way to the front of our mat. Bend into the legs, and we'll drop all the way back down to the floor. We'll roll down onto the back. Give yourself a nice big hug, squeeze the legs in, and then plant through the feet. Good. And here we're gonna extend through the right heel and cross over the left knee for a figure four. And as you're ready, we'll start to hug the legs into the torso, really breathing into that outer socket of the hip. Really nice. You can circle out the left ankle here if you'd like. Take a few more breaths. Exhale, draws everything a little closer. Keep breathing into the base of the belly. Good, and as you're ready, start to drop down through that left foot. You can find some extension, and then we'll plant through the right side, extend out the left heel, crossing it over the right knee. Finding our figure four on the left, we'll start to hug everything in, keeping engagement in the ankles here so that you can really think about the outward rotation of your knee. So always trying to think of sending this knee up and out, away from the body. Once again, you can circle out the ankle. We'll take just one more breath here. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, pull everything in a little bit closer. Good, and start to plant through that right foot once again. Extend through the left ankle, knee, and dropping through both feet. Let's give ourselves one more big hug here. Hug everything in, really round in. And exhale, start to drop back down to the floor. And we're gonna rock the length of the spine until we find our way up, and we'll send ourselves into a downward facing dog once again. So finding that downward facing dog, as you're ready, let's start to extend your right leg high. Toes are pointing the floor, equal weight distribution into the hands. Good, and for this first one, we're gonna bend into the knee and send the foot behind us, opening up, stack your hips. Beautiful, start to square up once again, extending through that right leg. Exhale is gonna crunch the leg all the way forward, and we'll step it through into a low lunge. In our low lunge, we're gonna find a nice stable base. Knee is over ankle. And as you're ready, we'll start to lift into a crescent. Good. Shift the weight forward slightly. Make any adjustments here. And really pull this left hip down. Good. Extending through the chest, dropping into the shoulders. One more breath here. Find some length. Good. And then feel the burn. Exhale, we're gonna airplane the arms. Palms face the floor. Good. So just shifting everything forward. Belly is not resting on the thigh here. Stay nice and active. Sink into that right hip socket a little bit more. Lift into your chest. A few more breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's shift back into that crescent lunge. Arms are extending up. And exhale. Start to drop into the back heel and clasp the hands behind the back. You can make any adjustments with the feet here for your warrior one. And lift into the chest for this bind. Good. Finding that warrior. Start to lift up just a little bit more. Breathe into the chest. And exhale. We're going to bow forward for a humble warrior. Shoulders resting to the knee. Head is heavy. Take a few more breaths here, nice and stable through the feet. And as you're ready, we'll start to lift up. Release the bind. Then let's open up into a 5-pointed star. Good. We'll really lift in the heart space. Drop into the hands as you open up as much as you can. Nice and big, nice and open. Make yourself vulnerable here. Good. And then exhale, let's start to forward fold. Good. Heels can spin out slightly. Head is coming down with every exhale. Option to grab a hold of the ankles or walk your hands through. Take a few breaths here. Keep shifting that weight forward. Few more breaths. And on your inhale, let's start to rise up to that 5-pointed star. And let's cartwheel our hands over to the left side. Good. So for this first low lunge on this side, once again, set up a good base. Make sure your knee's over your ankle. And as you're ready, we'll meet in that crescent lunge. Once again, drawing that right hip down and forward. Lifting in the heart space, dropping into the shoulders. Keep energy going out the fingers as you sink a little bit lower. Beautiful. Exhale, we'll start to airplane the arms, palms face down, chest lifts. Once again, belly is engaged off of the leg. Take a few more breaths here. Sinking into that left hip socket. Drop into your femur. A few more breaths. Breathe into the chest. Inhale, we rise up, find that crescent once again. And we'll drop into that back heel, finding our warrior one. Start to clasp the hands behind the back and lift in the chest. Beautiful. Breathe into your heart space here. And as you're ready, we'll start to bow forward, finding our humble warrior. Nice and stable and strong out that right leg. Head is heavy. Take one more breath here. Press into the palms of the hands. Open up through the chest. And we'll start to rise up. Good. Release the grip. We'll open up into that 5-pointed star. Extend out the fingers. And exhale. Let's go back to that left side. Press into the hands as you extend your left leg high. Press evenly through the hands. And then bend into the knee. Send the foot behind you. Open up as you stack your hips. Square up. Extend through the foot. And we'll drop through downward facing dog. Good. Walk it out. And then let's start to come through tabletop once again. Beautiful. Go ahead and take any little movements here. Just shaking it out. And as you're ready, we'll roll over and find our way onto our backs. Taking our last final poses here, let's start to extend into the legs for legs up the wall. Good. Just letting everything be heavy here. Letting the blood flow reverse. And then start to grab a hold of your feet, taking a happy baby. Rock side to side a bit. And then eventually you'll start to let the legs extend out nice and long. Let the palms face up. Adjust your shoulders so you're nice and comfy in your final Shavasana here. Close the eyes and soften. You can pause your video here to extend the length of your Shavasana. And as you're ready, we'll start to extend our arms overhead, reach nice and long. And then we'll roll over to the side and sit up. Just come back to that intention you set at the beginning of your practice. Honor it. Let's bring hands to heart center. Thank you all so much for sharing this practice with me today. I put out new videos every Friday, so be sure to subscribe and give me a follow, and we'll tune in with you next week. From the light in me to the light in each of you. Namaste, friends.